we're ready to ride. Unimog, roaring wild and free. Foxy by my side, that's all I need.
Yeah, g'day Unimog owners. On this week's edition of How Did I Spend Another $1,000 on My Unimog? Let's look at some electronic-y kind of stuff. So I've got projector style headlights here with the halo indicator around it, little rock crawler lights down here, and on high beam of course the other beams go. So I'll just run through the light sequence. So let's have a look underneath. I don't know if any of you don't have a nut cert tool, but if you don't, you definitely should get one. They rock. So let's have a look what's in here. Now, in behind here is a Toyota Hilux frame, which has the adjusters for the headlights, so they're on springs so that you can adjust their reach and everything. These are E-marked, DOT, SAE, E-marked lights. So because of the spotties, I went for this style inner lights. These actually go low and high beam. They actually work all right. These throw a nicer beam and also have the halo and the indicators. So the frames bolt onto exactly the same two holes that the original headlights go on, just with L brackets to adjust them to get them right. I don't know if you've noticed, but not everything on these is the straightest thing in the whole world. So yeah, for this 1,000, the frames, the headlights, the inner spotties, the covers, these little rock crawler lights just use the same bracket the original lights used. Up in here we've got the whole suite. So we've got the GPS, which reflects off there, the tyre pressure monitoring system, and the reversing camera. Could even throw in the extra little fans there, but yeah, that's all included in this week's $1,000. And I've got to say, even though it you know, it takes a little bit of power from your phone and you have to connect it to Wi-Fi, the reversing camera system, which has the GPS up on it, actually works all right, as long as you're willing to put up with that thing. One of the other thousands, let's see, the bike davit is including the 12mm top backing plate and the 8mm backing plate underneath, and all the bolts and everything. That was another 1,000. Rooftop tent actually cost me $1,000 more than the crappy rooftop tent that was on it when I bought it. So that's another 1,000 that we'll get to. Obviously some things like the air seat not so much. My air conditioning, I haven't finalised and pulled all the pipework through because this cab's going to get tilted for a service in the not too distant future. So yeah, also, you know, I've got to tidy up some of the bits and pieces with the carpet and everything. I did have the air conditioning unit mounted under the seat shooting air out this way when I originally did it, which is why the wiring and everything is all slack here. But it was making this area cold and not so much the rest of it, even with the fan up there. So yeah, I don't know that there's too much else. I will put links to this backing plate. Obviously you can find 24 volt compatible lights, no problem. Everything in here is 24 volts. I've stayed 24 volts, so even the reversing camera system is a 24 volt one, and the wiring for the camera, which is mounted here, actually has a power wire that goes to the reverse light, which I can also turn these ones on or off, and then it shows the lining up marks, probably in the grand, the LED tail lights too. I've just got to put a waterproof connector on there. After that we start getting into things that are a little more expensive. Obviously the winch, everything to do with that was a lot more. The air seat was a lot more. With the Uniden. Upcoming upgrades for this as use, I have set it up, and its intended purpose is to support motorbike adventures. I've already done a couple on it, even turned up at trail rides with it, which is quite amusing. I've got a set of fully adjustable shocks coming for it. So they're red flow shocks, which will have externally adjustable compression and rebound. So they should be here very, very shortly. I am putting the overdrive, Uniden overdrive on it. I'll be taking the inner overload springs out. It's actually getting the torque tubes serviced, and one portal is leaking. So the two front portals getting serviced next week. To say that this is a comfy place to be compared to a modern four-wheel drive would be a bit of a stretch. But I think once it's got good shocks that I can set the compression and rebound on, that'll make a big difference. Once it's got the overdrive so that you're loping along at 2300 RPM and at 100 instead of screaming at 2700 RPM at 92 or 3 kilometers an hour, whatever it goes. That'll make a big difference, you know, comfort wise, usability and everything else. Then it'll probably make me want to put more power to it somehow, I'd be guessing. But yeah, anyway, this is the go for this week. The electronics that are in there with the tyre pressure monitoring system, which is solar, the GPS, which has got a little reflector in there, the reversing camera, and these lights just to freshen it up. And believe me, it does shine more light than the original ones, which are a little bit like holding a candle. So that's it for this week. Stay tuned for more adventures of the Mog and Dog.